Notice how every superhero origin story starts the same way? Not with the powers, but with the misbelief that they had to destroy. Peter Parker thinking great power equals fun, until Uncle Ben. Tony Stark thinking he was untouchable, until a box of scraps in a cave humbled him. Luke Skywalker thinking the Empire was somebody else's problem, until two droids crashed his whole life. That's basically what the challenger method in sales is. Your job isn't to sell the product. Your job is to destroy the customer's old worldview and replace it with a better one. And the minute that you understand that, you go from the friendly tour guide to full Jedi Knight. From let me show you the features to let me show you the truth. Here's the uncomfortable truth that nobody wants to admit. Most sales reps pitch like Superman trying to solve everything by punching harder. But challenger sellers operate more like Batman, thinking 4 moves ahead, controlling the frame, and making the villain realize, oh, damn, I've been fighting the wrong battle. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that too aggressive? Won't I push the customer away? Doesn't everyone say consultative selling is safer? Nah, challenger done right feels less like pressure and more like a scene in the Matrix when Morpheus leans in and says, what if I told you everything you believe about your problem is wrong? That line doesn't repel Neo, it unlocks him. And that's exactly what you're doing as a challenger. Let me give you the simplest way to feel this shift. Imagine you're walking into the Jedi Temple for the first time. You see a Padawan practicing their lightsaber in front of the mirror, swinging, spinning, looking cool, totally useless. That's the average salesperson memorizing scripts with no concept of whether the buyer's internal operating system is outdated. Then Yoda shuffles in slowly and says, your problem, not your swing. Your problem, your belief. See, that's teach, tailor, and take control in one scene. Teaching isn't dumping information. It's showing the buyer the hidden villain in their story. Saying, see the little crack in the Death Star right there? Yeah, that's why your entire current strategy is doomed. See, tailoring isn't about personalizing. It's making the buyer feel like you're reading their internal monologue like Charles Xavier. See, like, wait, how do you know exactly what's been happening behind the scenes here at this company? And taking control, that's Captain America grabbing the helicopter with one arm, not aggressive, just undeniably in command. The buyer feels safe because you feel certain. Let me give you a real-world analogy that hits harder. Imagine you're walking through Gotham City with your friend at night, and they swear they're totally safe because they downloaded a free flashlight app. The same flashlight app that steals passwords, drains battery, and alerts every criminal within 10 blocks. See, you'd stop them mid-stride and say, bro, that false sense of security is the most dangerous part. That moment, that reframe, that's the challenger power. See, a challenger seller doesn't wait for a buying signal. They create one by upgrading the buyer's map of the world. So here's the payout. If you want to sell like a top 1% performer, stop trying to be their hero and become their story guide instead. See, Luke had Yoda. Peter had Tony. Neo had Morpheus. Every great character gets a guide who reframes the mission. That's you. Your product isn't the hero. The customer is the hero. They can't get to episode 6 without the mindset from episode 4. Your job is to hand them the lightsaber they didn't know that they needed and show them the enemy they didn't know they were fighting. Because once they see it, they can't unsee it. And once they can't unsee it, the sale is already done.